Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Charles Games. This is the Winter Storm edition of HyperMarket Simulator. So everybody's got to come and get their groceries and run for the hills. Hope nobody is traveling. I have seen some idiots travel, so I will be listening to the weather report during this video. So I'm really not going to be talking too much. You're going to be listening to the weather report as people are getting groceries. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so I'm very low on money because let me show you what I did to the store. Grocery. I got some new items. Yeah, water is miscombobulated. I'm gonna wait till this runs down and then make this another whole water shelf down here. Got OJ, got coffee, got Sprite wannabe, got your Dr. Pepper wannabes. Guess what, guys? Appliances. Got some freezers over here. And a couple of washers over here. But they forgot the stupid dryer, unless this is a combo, but I heard these combo ones really suck. Anyway, all right, and just regular stuff. So I put some signage. I got my bread artisan, whatever you want to call it. I can't talk right now. But anyway, I got rid of that awful bread display and put this massive son of a in here. All right, let's go and get this thing opened up. Let's make some money. I'm broke. And I'm going to turn on the weather report. Enjoy.
Pretty clear. I mean, most of the Indiana snowplows are out there keeping things safe, so that's good news there. And by the way, the accident that was on the bottom right of your screen is actually clearing out, so that's good news. But yeah, generally speaking, things are definitely improving right now. In Indiana, we have had some light snow, and the roadways are starting to get a little bit better.
Oh, and if you're all curious, I'm in North Carolina, and I am in a state of emergency, so this is a very important shopping trip.
In terms of being able to see, but the snow is going to continue to get heavier over the next few hours. Again, all that snow here is going to be pushing into those areas here pretty soon. So those are some of the cameras that we've been looking at here across the board. Back over to the south of Nashville, there are some other cameras too that are starting to see some ice accumulation. I want to see if we can find a roof with ice accumulation, because down here, like near Lynchburg, we should have a few roofs with some ice accumulation, but I'm honestly not sure if we're going to find a camera. This camera lens has ice accumulation. Can't tell. The lens is completely covered over in ice. It's 23 degrees over in Columbia, Tennessee. Let's see if we can find any other cameras with any sort of ice accumulation. Got a lot of sleet on the ground in southwest Tennessee. More trees. Unfortunately, trees are going to be snapping here over the next 24 hours. It's mostly going to be the smaller trees. A lot of tree branches are probably going to be snapped, though, by tomorrow. I'm low-key surprised we cannot find a camera, one of these cameras, with some sort of view of icicles. I'm looking for icicles. If somebody can find a camera of icicles, let me know. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, one thing I want to point out is here pretty soon in the northeast Texas area and near Louisiana and parts of Arkansas as well, I do think we're going to start to see the potential for thunder, sleet, and or thunder freezing rain. Taking a look at the HRR here, we're actually getting into
There's already been 3 fatalities
here. Any of these
in
blue
this
spots
storm.
that you are seeing potential for lightning, the rain snow
And I
line
think
is about
one of them
right
was
here,
due
so
to
we're
cold
gonna
weather.
actually see thunder snow, obviously.
And the other 2
we need
were
to snowing,
accident
otherwise it's
related.
just thunder and boring. So places like Oklahoma can
People
see
do
that.
not have to drive in this
maybe
crap.
even to Missouri. I'm not so sure about this. It has been popping up on a lot of the model runs, but it's probably not that substantial, nor do I think it's going to happen. We have more instability down here where the showers are just a little bit stronger. So that is something we can look for. If you're on the Radar Mega app and you're looking at any of the radar data, what you do to try and track down thunder snows is just take a look at the radar and look to see if there's any white pluses showing up. If you see those white pluses showing up over the reflectivity, that means that there is thunder snow or thunder sleet occurring there. That's not something that we're seeing yet right now. We did have an instance of that earlier near Waco. It is since no longer producing lightning and thunder, but it is something that we're going to keep an eye on. The other area that could have that is sort of right along the sleet rain line here in Alabama and Tennessee. This is where there's a little bit of extra instability from the Gulf moisture making its way north and northwest. So this is where we could see some of those taller and stronger rain showers that would produce just a little bit more lightning. In terms of thunder snow, if I was looking for thunder snow, I would be right here near Bentonville, where we can see some stronger areas of convection. That is where we would see those stronger updrafts that could produce thunder snow. But right now, we haven't seen any of those lightning pluses. But when we do see one here in the near future, I will let you know.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. We have a great view of one of these traffic cameras. It's actually in Louisiana. Look at that. Look at the icicles on the traffic cam here in Louisiana. Those are beautiful. He's tuning in from Louisiana right now. Let me know in the chat. Got some decent ice accumulation here across Louisiana today.
I can't train my
If you
workers
guys have
until
photos or videos of
45.
icicles or anything like this, feel free to add me on Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. Might show some of those on the stream. This is an accident that happened back over in Nashville. We do have a very icy area here going off the op ramp.
Thank you for shopping
41.
with us.
And so this is a continuing problem across many areas. Nashville's still having problems. And it's not going to get any better anytime soon. And then this is Storm Chaser Mezzo Hunter, who's currently driving through some of the heavier snowfall right now back over in Oklahoma. I say heavier. Again, this isn't really that heavy, let's be real. But that's really some of the heavier bands of snow that we're seeing here near Oklahoma City. Let me show you guys the live radar feed. We've been using MRMS radar, which is kind of just averaging everything together. But if we go over to the single site radar site, we can kind of pick up on some of those heavier bands just a little bit easier. So let me see if that loads here. And here we go. So you can see the heavier bands of snow. And where Mezzo Hunter is, it's actually not that heavy. It's moderate. If you go to the DVZ values, they're about 22-ish. So they're not very intense. But back down here near Purcell and Norman, we actually have some heavier bands of snow that are moving towards Norman and Purcell right now, eventually going towards Shawnee. A couple other bands just southwest of Tulsa that are moving up towards that direction as well. So we are starting to see a few instances of heavier bands of snow now roll in. And these are the areas, and these are the bands that can be producing upwards of 2 to 3 inches of snow per hour. You can see how it's all pretty rapidly moving to the northeast right now towards areas like Tulsa. Hey, Madison, for the super chat, what's the outlook for Philadelphia with ice? I think in terms of ice accumulation up there, it's not going to be too significant. I think Philadelphia is mostly going to be a sleet threat. And I think this is going to go for most areas here in the Northeast. I think a lot of you guys are going to be primarily looking at sleet, not a whole lot of freezing rain. This map right here shows you the freezing rain outlook. And if you're back over in Philadelphia, maybe 1/10 of an inch of ice is what I'll be expecting in terms of freezing rain. You'll probably see upwards of 1 inch of sleet, though, which that is the sprinkles of a donut. It's like little ice pebbles that are going to come out of the sky. It'll mix with the snow pretty well. But there will be ice after that. That'll be the freezing rain. It'll lead to maybe a glazing to 1/10 of an inch of ice around there in Philadelphia. One interesting thing that I haven't really talked about, but back over in West Virginia, we actually have a small area, mainly in higher elevations, though, that could pick up 3/4 of an inch of ice. That is just off to the east there of Charleston, West Virginia. It was worth talking about there, but definitely interesting stuff there. And again, if you're anywhere in the purple here, anywhere in that pink area, that is where widespread power outages are likely tonight. Dark red, at least scattered to numerous power outages are expected, and that includes areas just outside of Nashville, all the way back over towards central Louisiana in areas like Alexandria. Thank you, Betty, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities. Shout out to Rand for the super chat. And Bates for becoming a member.
This right here makes so much difference than that stupid other bakery rack that I had.
Maybe go ahead and go back to MRMS radar. 158,000 people without power. Let me check our power outage map as of a little. Oh yeah, the power outages are going up. This is the highest our power outage number's been now. We were pretty steady between 130, 140,000 people pretty much all day today. But we're going up again. We are now sitting at approximately 160,000 people without power. So that does include areas like Monroe. It includes areas near Shreveport. Our power outages are starting to get a little bit more widespread. There are some isolated power outages in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We now have about 8 or 5,000 customers just in Fort Worth without power.
HyperMarket will be closing soon.
Or at least in Tarrant County.
Please proceed to the checkout
So the numbers
areas.
are starting to increase, and this is definitely not a good thing. Wise County actually has about 10% without power. That is some of our biggest outages that we're seeing now. So Wise County, North Texas is getting a lot of freezing rain and sleet right now, and then back over in Wise County, which is Decatur, Texas. Those that are familiar with the area, we're now sitting a little over 5,000 people, or about 10% of customers without power in that county. I can actually full screen this. I didn't even know that. I can actually full screen this. It's pretty cool. So again, poweroutage.us gives you an idea of all the power outages. Again, most significant back over near Lake Providence, where it's about 45% without power. Same thing near Mansfield, and that's near DeSoto. Or that's DeSoto.
I'm not buying any of these.
The Mansfield area. Shreveport only has
soon.
about 70,
Those are
200
very
without power. It's about 5% of the county.
Okay. So
But the number is definitely going up, and I do think by tomorrow morning we're going to be talking about probably well over, 200, 300,000 people without power here in the Southern Plains and the Southeast. Is Brandon Payne live, Gunner, or no? They ran from becoming a member. Welcome to Velocities. As a reminder, by the way, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Again, we are doing extensive coverage on the winter storm here. Obviously, this is a major winter storm. We've been live already for almost 13 hours today. This stream is going to probably go for several hours. We were just live for 12 hours if you're just tuning in, and this is on top of our extended coverage. So we're going possibly as long as 16, 20 hours just today, and then tomorrow we're going to be live for another 12 to 16 hours. It's crazy. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, this time back in Texas, looking near Valley Junction. Don't have a camera on this one, but there is a multi-vehicle collision affecting both lanes of traffic on Highway 90. That is near Valley Junction, Texas.
Is there a different town name? I don't see it on the map.
Hearn, Hearn.
All right, thank you, Riley, for the update. So we have another accident somewhere between College Station and Marlin on Highway 90. And again, the freezing rain is very light in these areas, and I do think some people are being caught off guard right now over here in Southeast Texas, because we are starting to see the freezing temperatures drop down to the south. And I don't think everybody's aware that freezing rain is possible tonight near College Station, for example. I do want to reiterate that temperatures are dropping rapidly right now, so any place in here, even though there's really not much precipitation, but the temperatures are below freezing, we can still see ice accumulation, and that can lead to accidents, slippery spots, all that stuff. So if you're in College Station, Nacogdoches, this is a good signal for you to get off the road, if at all possible, unless it's an emergency or you have to be for whatever reason. But again, it's very isolated stuff here, but it's just enough to cause problems. Riley has another update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, I want to draw your attention to the power outage map again on poweroutage.us. The power outages in Texas, Louisiana, and now we are seeing them spread into Mississippi. It's not showing up very well on the state view of Mississippi, and that's because a lot of the customers that are tracked are in the southern portion of the state. So at first glance, it might look like Mississippi is missing out on the worst impacts of this. It is definitely starting to be a more significant swath there. If you go to the region view and sort of just hover your mouse over the states and don't click on them, you can see a very clear swath of power outages stretching from Texas now all the way through Mississippi.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. So again, power outages are continuing to increase. It's really crazy to think, we've been looking at radar, we've been live all day, and really we had an entire swath of just freezing rain pretty much all in this area. It was almost like a supercell in a way, it was a elongated supercell, but I'm just using an analogy here, but it's basically like a supercell that was going directly east-northeast from East Texas into central Mississippi. That's basically what we saw this afternoon. But in this case, it was just a large area. It was like a stretched out hot dog, basically, from East Texas into central Mississippi, where we were seeing some pretty heavy freezing rain pretty much all afternoon. It started at around 11, 12 for a lot of you guys. It went all the way until 6 or 7. And it's ramping up again. We have had a little bit of a lull for some of you guys like Shreveport, but things are again ramping up. You can see again, we got another, I would just call it a hot dog that's stretching out basically from Shreveport, Tyler, all the way back over into central Mississippi. So things are once again starting to get active here in the lower Mississippi Valley. Check out some of the live shots that we have. This is Storm Chaser, Mezzo Hunter.
Down the curve, guys. Don't
Oh
worry.
my gosh. Wow, look at that model. That is freaky.
Or is he doing
Can
donuts?
you block me, please?
Oh,
I don't know if
that is disgusting.
I don't think he intentionally meant to do that. I think he just ran over a curb.
I know those workers are not repeating the
Let's see if we can
but
see
I
do
don't
the
think
same
the
person
workers
on this person.
care or some. So Oklahoma.
Oh God, look, got the tongue, got the ugh.
I'm pretty sure this Brahms. It sounds like Brahms is, and maybe McDonald's are like the only things open right now in areas like Oklahoma. Do we have any other icicle cameras? So put in slot 3. This one looks like right now back over. I just turned off all my lights. My power did not go off. I have a stream deck button. Just turn off all my lights. This is what it looks like right now back over at St. Louis and O'Fallon, Missouri. Guys, I did not lose power. I'm not in the winter storm. Clicked the button by accident. All my lights basically turned off at the same time. But yeah, if you're at this back over in St. Louis, this is Storm Intermedia. They are driving through some light to moderate snowfall. Notice the sides of the roads there are all snowed. This is a 3 or 4 lane highway, but they're only really plowing 1 lane. That's really all they're doing. And this is back over to CJ in Seymour, Indiana, where the snow is still very, very light. I think it's back down to flurries. The roads are doing okay at this point. This is what it looks like over in Kansas right now. Apparently Kansas doesn't exist. All right, we'll go back to that in a minute. This is Max Archer over in Norman, Oklahoma. So just outside of Oklahoma City, where the road conditions are still meh. Not looking great right now there. And this back over in Burke Burnett, Texas. Snow's actually coming down pretty well right now over in Rocky Comfort, and I don't think that camera's loading either. All right. Let's go over to Jefferson County Parks. Got a few cameras that aren't uploading. This is over in Jefferson County Parks and Recreation in Hillsborough, Missouri, so this is just outside of St. Louis. And then this is over in Merrimack Bluffs. We are starting to see snow accumulate a little bit faster there as well. Thank you, Ivana, for the super chat. My next punk band's name is going to be Thunder Snow. Pretty sure that already exists. I could be wrong. We have a new camera looking at icicles, I believe. Yeah, there you go. Another camera with icicles. This is back over in Mississippi. Icicles are growing. If we have any more cameras, just keep switching out slot 3 with icicles. I like looking at icicles. Also, this one, Arlington, Tennessee, looks like. This just outside of Memphis. And again, we are in a dry period. There's a lot of sleet on the ground, a lot of freezing rain at this point, but we are in a dry period where not really much is happening right now. Again, and that's normal. That was expected for the record here across areas like Tennessee. But over the next hour or two, we are expecting this entire area here to start to fill in with freezing precipitation, whether that is sleet, whether that is freezing rain, or maybe a few snowflakes. We're basically expecting this entire corridor to eventually be filled in with a wintry precipitation of some sort. We have a lot of freezing rain starting to ramp up, and as well as sleet across that Dallas-Fort Worth area. We have some isolated power outages in Wise County near Decatur, and then back through San Antonio and Austin.
All right, guys, we're gonna pause this real quick. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get another license. Let's see to be worth it here. I just skip over the Halloween stuff. Beverage pack I did. Skipping these two right here. I did the washer and dryer. Ice cream heaven. Oh, man. Well, I could extend the frozen food section. So let's go ahead and let's get some ice cream. All right. So let's see what we have in ice creams. Ice cream. I know we're gonna get some ice cream in this weather. Let's see here. Where's the ice cream at? Where's the ice? Where's the ice cream? Oh, here we go. Okay, we got bounce. Let's say got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different ice creams. Jesus. Okay, need the freezer. We definitely need the freezer. Okay, let's get a couple of these real quick. Walk through it still? Yeah, okay. This is just on the fly, guys. I normally really design it off camera or, put my thoughts into it a little bit more. So it's going to be 8 of them. 8 different ice creams. So is that 2, 4, 6. So we could do what? We need 2 more to match that. 2 more. I want it to be matching. I know I'm OCD about it. And then we'll go ahead and we need 8. Okay, let's do the ice creams. Let's put these in the same freezer. Now that's 8. 2, 4, 6, 2. So let's do caramel and coffee together. That will right into there. All right, do caramel and coffee together. And we have 1. And then 1 flavor is going to have to be by itself. That sucks. No, I think we got this. So we'll put this. Yeah, we got it. I think it's like lemon sherbet or something. Yeah, sorbet. Yeah, I hate sorbet. All right, so now let's order one of these. Guys, I might make this an hour. I don't know. I mean, 30 minutes is a good time, you know, but I really hate this uneven, but how much is $143? It's going to come up short because I don't have a. Sorry, you know what? I'm going to throw them out. I don't care. I'll one full. I don't care. How many are, oh my God. There's a lot of them. I know. There's a lot of them. I know. I just don't have the. Right. I just want them full for the first time buyers. Alrighty, guys. Let's see. I think I'll keep it at 30 minutes and then I'll just come back with another episode. Seeing how well it sells with the aspirins. Alright guys, click that like, share, subscribe button, notification button down below. That's a ding ding button. And take care. Y'all stay safe out there in the winter storm. Do not travel. I pray that nobody loses power. If so, please bundle up. Stay in a room. Keep each other warm. Make sure y'all put on deodorant if y'all have to do that, you know, because, yeah. But anyway, please, please, please stay safe. We don't want no stupid tragedies. There's already been 3 tragedies in the snowstorm. All right, y'all take care. See you.